Hello friends and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Yuva Bharat with me, Shaunak. Now I'm sure that there are many of you who, just like me, are cinema buffs and would love to read in a single web portal about world cinema as well as various film festivals across the world. Well, the answer to that is here in the form of DearCinema.com. And this is one portal where you'll get to read about cinema world over. Amazing, isn't it? Now, in the illustrious panel of authors, they have 3 national award winners who are film critics as well as 1 gold medal winner at Cannes. And to add to that, they are also recognized by many film festivals like Cannes, Berlin, Rotterdam, so on and so forth. Here, take a look for yourself.
Bikas Mishra is the founder, an Indian website on world cinema that focuses on film festivals, art house cinema, independent and short films in February 2007. The site is run by privately held DearCinema.com Private Limited. It's just a matter of 36 months. DearCinema.com has become one of the most reliable and Google cinema websites in India.
Every year, more than 1,000 films are made in the country. We are really a country of, cinema goers. In terms of admission into the theatre, we are probably the largest film audience in the world. But very few of Indian films, they actually go to international festivals. They get released internationally beyond NRI audience. And some of the films which are really, really beautiful, little known gems, which go to international festivals, they are not much talked about. If you'll see in the mainstream publications or mainstream media, the entire focus is on the stars, entire focus is on the budget of the film or who has produced the films or which international or national celebrities, whether Amitabh Bachchan is acting or some Hrithik Roshan is acting in the film. We hardly talk about cinema as cinema. That's why there is a need for a place like Dear Cinema where we don't much care about stars, we don't much care about budget of the films. But what we really value is the true artistic merit of films. That's why DearCinema.com plays a very, very small but very crucial role in the film industry.
A Masters in Mass Communication from MCRC Jamia, New Delhi. Bikas has worked as a producer and principal correspondent with leading Indian broadcasters Network 18 and Zee. Apart from this, he writes on cinema for publications such as Mint, The Wall Street Journal and NDTV.com.
I come from a small town in Jharkhand. My father was a lawyer and one of the precious clients that he had was a cinema theatre. And that's how I had a privileged access to a cinema hall. Every time he took me there, I had access to the projection room, I had access to the cut celluloid reels. So when I went to college to a different city, a relatively bigger city, which had a film society, and I also studied kind of cinema during my graduation because we were exposed to film history and film appreciation, film theories and Indian cinema or world cinema. So during one of the film society screenings, I saw a film that I still remember very, very vividly. It was a French film made by renowned Spanish director Louis Buñuel. The film is called Discrete Charm of Bourgeoisie. The film really, really, opened my eyes. I did not know how to, make sense of it. But the film at the same time was very, very captivating. I could not understand it, but the film drove me crazy. Later, for my post-graduation, I shifted to Delhi, and Delhi was a much better place. It has a great film library at French Culture Center. Almost every film that one can imagine, they had it on VHS cassettes. Thankfully, around that time, I got a scholarship and I was able to buy a VCR, a VHS cassette player.
He is also the member of International Federation of Film Critics. He is on the visiting faculty of Social Communication Media Department of Sophia Polytechnic.
A couple of years back, a small short film made by one of the FTI graduates, it was selected for Berlin International Film Festival. a film festival that every filmmaker in India, would die to screen his films at. This diploma film of a graduate, it got selected for the festival, and later it also won the second best award, the Silver Berlin Bear at the festival. If you go back, you can search, not a single mainstream publication even carried a one-line item about the award. It was such a huge award. It was an award at Berlin International Film Festival after a gap of some 3 decades, but nobody cared to write about that. This is why a portal like DearCinema comes, into action. This is why a place like DearCinema is needed, because our concern is not about to write, what Amir Khan is doing at Sundance. Somehow we live into the mindset that the film belongs to either the stars or it belongs to the banner, they produce it. The film doesn't, has much to do with the talent or the creative people who make it, primarily the director. We at DearCinema.com, we believe that director's role is very, very crucial. There are a variety of films being made in India right now, but if we have to stick our vision to our commercial film industry, you will see that our film industry is grappling with so many issues. Suddenly, corporates, they have jumped into film industry. They are talking about huge budgets. There are very innovative marketing and promotions of cinema happening. The way a film like Devdi was marketed, or the way a film like Love, Sex or Dhokha was marketed. But right now we have multiplexes, right now we have some organized approach to marketing cinema, distributing cinema. We have so many satellite channels, and we have DVD distribution, we have new age internet and DTH and all sorts of distribution mechanism coming in place. But there is something lacking. If you have a very commercial organized approach to filmmaking, even before making a film, you want to make sure that you are going to get your investment back on the film. And how do you ensure that you earn your money that you invest in making a film? How do the corporates who claim to spend some 120 crore or 150 crore on one single film, how do they ensure that their film is going to work in Indian market or international market?
Well, we'll learn a lot more about DearCinema.com, which happens to be the brainchild of Bikas Mishra. But for that, you'll have to keep watching Yuva Bharat, because we're going for a small little break.